We'll use a Rabbi Eliezer ben Holkinos's midrash from 500 years ago and completely disregard everything he said at the time he lived and everything his student Rabbi Akiva said 2,000 years ago. Why? Because the 500 years ago midrash, it fits our cause. But what about everything they said 2,000 years ago? What about that? No, we didn't get to that. So how can you claim to be Jewish? How can you claim to be the real Israel without the oral Torah? Don't let the truth, the facts, get in the way of a good story, get in the way of a good prophecy. We're in prophetic times. You're right. We are in prophetic times. And the prophecy is, Rabotai, that they're going to say that they're Jewish. And the numbers are going to increase. The numbers of haters, the numbers of enemies, the numbers that are simply going to do everything possible to continue the battle that's been going on for a couple of thousand years. Their goal is not necessarily to win the battle and for everyone to believe they're really Jews, because everyone knows what's true. But the goal is to blurry the lines. To blurry the lines and make it more difficult for the world to identify and recognize who's a real Jew, except for the Jews themselves. You see, Rabotai, in the last couple of thousand years, learning Torah was a way of life. Today, at times where there is a identity crisis among the nations that call themselves Jews too, despite their complete disconnect and animosity towards our Torah, today, learning Torah is not a way of life. Learning Torah is what we need to do to save our lives, to save our kids. And this is what the message that we need to learn from Chanukah.